I'm sure that you've seen a lot of surprises while you're doing all of these audits. What's one surprise or one notable experience that you've had?
So we had an organization that their infrastructure grew so big and so fast. This particular organization was acquiring different organizations nationally, and they grew so fast, nobody was really paying attention to the costs that were estimated and the cost that they believed was going to be the liability for the organization. Turned out it was millions of dollars more than that.
Wow.
And they had no idea what location. So we were able to pinpoint the carriers that came through. We were able to pinpoint exactly when it started.
Oh.
So really what the organization, what Valicom was able to provide is the forensics around the expenses.
Okay.
Who initiated them, when they were initiated, were they per the contract, did they exceed the contract, were there errors in the billing? So the fine was, they had no idea where the overage was, and it had gone on so long being neglected because the problem grew every month exponentially, and so finally they got to the point where it reached the top leadership level's attention, and then everybody's got to stop what they're doing and try to figure out what's going on. So I would say that's probably the most dramatic in terms of volume, but those problems happen every day to every level, every size of business. And if nobody's taking a look, you have no idea how much of a cost reduction you could incur and have those funds that are being spent on overages and unnecessary services and fund other IT projects that you're having trouble finding budget for.
So was that experience through a historical audit, an ongoing audit, a combination of both?
That particular was more of a historical audit, but you can imagine once you engage a company like Valicom, that auditing and that optimization and error in billing, that whole process takes place every single billing cycle, so every month. So with that service in place, no longer will you have something that went 6 months or 8 months or even years being neglected or unknown. Your awareness becomes 30 days old. That's as old as your error could be, and it's identified. A lot of times companies like Valicom will audit down to the line level of the invoice. Sometimes we'll audit down to just the summary or the pending charge level. So it really depends on the nature and the perspective of the client as to how in-depth they want to do it. But I can assure you through our experience, the more you have your vendor dig, the more savings opportunities and cost reductions you will achieve. So.